Welcome to Enigma's Analysis. I'm your host, Mr. Enigma. Initially, movie theaters were supposed to open on July 10th, but that proved to be a broken promise, just like your college degree getting you a high-paying job, or your parents saying, if you just tell me the truth, you won't get in trouble. But now, word is that AMC theaters are opening on July 30th, with Regal Cinemas following on July 31st. So soon we'll be able to go back to paying too much money to sit in a dark, quiet room full of a bunch of strangers, watching something that, had we just waited a few months, we would have been able to watch on our own time from the comfort of our own home for far less money. Gotta love the movies. In any case, here are the top 5 most promising looking movies you'll allegedly be able to see in movie theaters at the end of July of 2020. One last quick note, 4 of these 5 movies are listed as limited release, so hopefully that doesn't just mean New York City and LA. Hey, the rest of us like movies too, you know. Only one is actually listed as a wide release. Number 5, Words on Bathroom Walls. This is a high school movie based on a novel. The main character is a senior who starts taking an experimental drug for his paranoid schizophrenia, all while falling in love with a conveniently intelligent and attractive classmate. Boy, that's definitely a trade-off I would have been willing to make in high school or college. I'm not bitter or anything. Yeah, if you had a hot girlfriend in high school, you didn't have any real problems. And this kid goes to private school? Uh-oh, I'm losing my ability to sympathize with him very quickly. Let's see, the tagline is, if you can't trust your mind, trust your heart. Ugh. Alright, look, how often do 5 good movies come out in the theaters in the same week? But hey, it was filmed in North Carolina, so maybe we'll finally get a high school movie that's not set in California. Because, you know, there are other places in the world. The director is named Thor. He's directed a lot of TV along with movies like Diary of a Wimpy Kid, Hotel for Dogs, and one of the Percy Jackson movies. Okay, so he does young adult stuff. Along with his producer, Odin, and his cinematographer, Loki. Sorry, I couldn't resist. To be honest, though, coming-of-age high school movies tend to be so lousy that even an looking one like this looks above average compared to the rest. Also, it seems like the trailer gives away the whole plot of the movie, full of forced tension, canned drama. I guess teenagers like that sort of thing. Let's move on. Summerland is a PG movie about a curmudgeon-y author during World War II in London who has to take in a teenage evacuee. This is from first-time writer-director and playwright Jessica Swale. Uh-oh, I hope it wasn't written like a play. Watching anything with not a lot of people just in one location doing nothing but talking, that's the worst. Gemma Arterton is the star here, and even though she's been in a bazillion things, she never stars in anything that ends up being all that good. Like, she was in Prince of Persia, that gritty version of Hansel and Gretel, and Byzantium. She's hot. Okay, so we all know exactly where the plot is going, but judging from the trailer, the movie doesn't seem like it insults your intelligence or is corny to the point of being intolerable. I think the World War II backdrop adds a lot of intrigue to this. Summerland might actually end up being good. I would watch this. Number 3, She Dies Tomorrow. Here's the plot. A woman wakes up, has a feeling that she's going to die tomorrow, and then passes it off to other people who, in turn, think they're going to die tomorrow and pass it on to other people. That's it. That's the plot. And watching the trailer doesn't help you surmise much more than that. Apparently, this was a huge hit at South by Southwest, and the early Rotten Tomatoes reviews for it are through the roof. It was written and directed by Amy Zimetz, who's acted in a bazillion things and has directed some TV and smaller film projects. This movie's definitely experimental. Ooh, that's a dangerous word in movies, and very low on plot. Uh-oh, this one's gonna be very polarizing. Hopefully this isn't just some high Rotten Tomatoes scoring indie darling movie that any casual moviegoer avoids like the plague. Oh my god, this film is amazing. Let's give it all the awards and pretend to like it lest we look stupid and uncultured. This is probably a movie that some are going to love and others are going to hate. And to be honest, even I personally can go either way on movies like that. I'll still probably watch it though, because it's usually worth giving a chance to something that doesn't play it safe. Number 2, Unhinged. This is the only movie on this list that has a wide release. It's got a brilliant pitch. Some jerk you run into in traffic stalks you. Brilliant. Not hard to see how that pitch got greenlit. That's an awesome premise for a movie, in theory. I am curious to see how they go about stretching that idea into a full-length 90-minute movie. And the movie is 91 minutes long, which usually suggests that it's a little thin on plot. It's written by Carl Ellsworth, who wrote Last House on the Left, Disturbia, and Red Dawn. Maybe he finally puts it all together here. Directed by Derek Borte, who only has about 3 real movies under his belt. But hey, they got Russell Crowe for it, so there must be something to the movie. Hopefully he didn't just agree to it after hearing the premise. Heaven's Gate? That sounds awesome! Reading scripts ahead of time is good. Let's all watch the South Park episode about Russell Crowe to celebrate this release. Under normal circumstances, it would be easier to dismiss a movie like this as a wait for a rental type, but given the circumstances, it's worth some curiosity and interest, especially if you don't have the most out there taste in movies, as as this is one of the only ones on this list that is really aimed at a casual audience. You know, unlike, say, She Dies Tomorrow. We all need something to distract ourselves from our existential pangs. Ha ha ha, life is meaningless. Number 1, Cutthroat City. 4 friends in post-Katrina New Orleans end up on the run from the law after a heist gone wrong. It features Ethan Hawke, Terrence Howard, Wesley Snipes, and Eliza Gonzalez, who you might recognize from Baby Driver and Hobbs and Shaw. Boy, if Snipes acted half as crazy on this set as he did on Blade 3, I can't wait to hear some behind-the-scenes stories. The setting for this should add some nice tension and really put the characters in a moral gray area that could make for some really nice, thought-provoking cinema. And despite it being set in 2005, it seems timely and relevant here in 2020. Wait, people in America aren't always treated properly? I can see some parallels here to the movie Hell or High Water, and if this is even close to being as good as that one, then I'm all in. So those are the 5 most interesting movies you'll allegedly be able to see in theaters at the end of July. As always, give me your feedback in the comment section, as this is the type of video I could easily do once a month. Also, click those subscribe and like buttons. And if you can think of any way to spread these videos to more people or groups, please do that as well. It's tough to promote these things on groups or websites without it getting marked as spam or getting banned from the group or whatever. Regardless, with Christopher Nolan's Tenet releasing August 12th, I'm strongly considering ranking his movies from my favorite to least favorite in the next video, and previewing the movie Tenet itself, of course. So if that appeals to you, stay tuned. Thanks for watching, Enigmaniacs. Enigma out!